And welcome back to Pittsburgh Sports Now. Mike Vikovcan, joined by the coach, Doug Biega. Unfortunately, Coach, you and PJ, we haven't...
It's been a while.
It's been a while, so hopefully things are clearing up here. We can get back out to Beaver County Auto and do our monthly segment. For right now, though, we're going to talk about a segment sponsored by the Scoring Factory, good friends of ours and yours.
Yes.
And I see you and your son every day jogging past our house. Just because we're in the quarantine state, or we're starting to get out of that a little bit, and there's no organized team activities, that's no excuse for kids to be able to do stuff on our own, right?
Well, you couldn't have said it better. First and foremost, from us, from me personally, from my family, I hope all our viewers, everybody who tunes in to talk to us and watch with us, I hope everybody's healthy. Hope everybody did what they were supposed to do. Hope everybody's remaining safe. Secondly, you hit the nail right on the head. A lot of times parents sort of depend upon organized sports to keep their kids active. When we grew up, I mean, I'm older than you are, when we grew up, our parents didn't organize activities for us. It was outside, and then you came in to eat dinner was the next time you saw your family. So you don't need organized sports to stay active. And you hit on a pretty good point. During the 2 months that we were staying shelter in place, Jack and I started jogging. We're up to 4 or 5 miles a day right now. We jog 5 days a week. It was a pleasant distraction from basketball. Quick story, he actually had a bad habit that he had developed during the season. He was shooting from here and following through across his body, almost like a golf thing, almost like a yip. And we couldn't shake it, and he was becoming frustrated because he was trying so hard to please. The break did him well. 2 weeks or 2 months he didn't pick up a basketball. We picked up a ball and played horse one day, and the hitch was gone. I said, "How did you do that?" And he had no answer. That's almost like the first day out after golfing. You know, you're in all winter, you come out, that's your best swing sometimes. It's your first one because you don't have any bad habits yet. So a break was nice. Switching the pace is nice. Like I said, we went to jogging and weight training and things like that and left organized sports alone. And it was a good time for us to bond. So if anyone's looking for something to do, I would recommend getting out and jogging with your son, walking with your son or daughter, and spend that time together.
What are some, let's get to basketball
Sure.
here. Kids weren't supposed to be in big groups together, but you know, if they have a hoop at their home, let's go over a couple easy drills that kids can work with, either with a friend or by themselves.
Yeah.
And to demonstrate, we have your son and my son here, and let's get at it here.
Sure, and this is what makes basketball the best sport on earth, is you need a ball and a hoop and one person. You don't need a team, you don't need a coach, you don't need anybody but you, a ball and a hoop. So one drill that I like to do with Jack, just to make sure that he doesn't become too upper body dependent on his shot, we call it the chair drill. I'll toss the shooter the ball, which I'll stand here and rebound. Luke, if you wouldn't mind getting right here, because sometimes the made shots hit and bounce that way. You just feed your child the basketball, and then they come up out of the chair into their shot, which forces them to use their legs. They can't just be all upper body with a stiff lower body. They have to get out of the chair to shoot the ball, so that kind of forces them to use their legs. So Jack will make 5, and then we'll give Luke his chance. Notice how Jack leaves the follow-through out there too, the famous Michael Jordan last shot that we all saw in the documentary. You want to leave that follow-through out there. And you just feed him the ball. I mean, how easy is this, right? It's something nice. It's they can keep score, it keeps them a little bit competitive, but you don't want to make it overly competitive to add to anxiety. You just want them to have some fun out here playing. Get the ball up in the air. Good. Good. It's all right. Beautiful. And I mean, you look at the amount of shots you can get up doing this with just one rebounder and one shooter. He's at 3 makes already. One more will give him his 5. And that took us, what, maybe 2 minutes?
Yep.
And they each got 5 makes. Imagine now if you just want to spend an hour doing it, the volume of shots you could take. And then another drill, once again, you don't need much equipment with basketball. You just need the person and the ball and the hoop. This is a drill that Jack does where he gets the ball underneath the hoop. He dribbles around the chair into a right-handed layup, gets his own rebound, then dribbles around the chair from the inside out and makes a left-handed layup. It's fairly simple, and you can do as many of these as you choose. Go on the outside of the chair, good, into a layup. Now go on the inside of this chair, because you want to be on the left side. Inside, notice he's now only left-handed. He goes with the left side. Come on, Luke. Excellent. Go ahead, buddy, you know what to do. Take your time, go nice and slow. Beautiful. For our viewers, they don't know, Luke scored like 80 points a game in travel basketball and in in-house this year. He was like a sneaky star. So there's another one. I mean, that was very simple. If you have more than one kid out there, maybe you could time it and see who can make more in a minute just to have them a little bit fun. But I caution against making it too competitive, because the last thing you want is when you look at your son or daughter and say, hey, let's go outside and do this, and they roll their eyes or their shoulders drop. You want them to always have a good response, a good physical reaction to you wanting to spend some time with them. So just make it fun. Don't make it overly competitive. Don't be too hard on them. It's a beautiful game. It's a beautiful time for parents and kids to bond together because of the situation. So take advantage of it for positive.
All right, Coach. Hopefully next month, what are we, June 1st today?
Today.
Hopefully we can make our way out to Chippewa very soon and see PJ, but we appreciate Pete Strobel and the Scoring Factory. Let's get a shot here.
Yeah, Jack's a lifetime member of the
There we
Scoring
go.
Factory. Since he's been 4 years old, he's been there.
You can't sing enough praises about Pete.
No one has ever treated us better.
All right, Doug. We will see you hopefully next month or maybe the end of this month. But you heard it, viewers. Those are some things you can work on. Thanks, Coach.
Stay safe.